Welcome back to Broken Sword number 1. Now let's put our minion to use. Okay, I guess he didn't. Aha! He did follow.
Hey, Benoit!
Yes, sir?
Go blood pressure those people.
Do you still have that gauge I gave you?
Ah, yes. What do you want me to do with it?
Use it on Eric Sopmarsh.
Okay.
Good. Time to walk past. Doo 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 doo. Oh, a guard.
I'm Dr. Stobart.
Bonjour, docteur.
My god, this guy, his eyes, they're like dead.
Have you seen any suspicious characters on the ward?
Yeah, I have.
A gorilla and a weasel?
No, this was a tatty old bear.
How is the bear acting suspiciously?
Well, he was wearing a homburg.
Is that against the law?
No, but it's pretty weird for a bear.
I don't even know what that is. Is that related to a hamburger? I guess it's a French thing. Like wearing your sister's lingerie and that other weird thing that other French guy did.
Have you heard of a guy called Marquet?
He's in quarantine, doc, right behind this here door.
Marquet is just the man I wanted to see.
I wouldn't go in there if I was you. He has anthrax.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like the bubonic plague or something.
I have to visit my patient.
What for?
Routine. I have to check he's still breathing.
What if he's not?
I'll sign the certificate and register his bed as vacant.
That's a cold and distant attitude to death.
Well, I've been institutionalized to the point of godlike aloofness.
The white coat suits you.
Thanks.
Good,
Catch
since
you
you have
later,
no
officer.
problems.
Au revoir, doc.
I'm gonna go inside. Wow, that's not anthrax. Someone beat the shit out of him.
Marquet?
Yes. I am Marquet. I've been expecting you.
You have?
Well, what are you waiting for? Get it over with.
I just want to know what I should do with the gem.
The Lahmar gem.
Yeah, right here in my pocket.
I thought you were one of the Assassins.
Not me. I never inhaled.
So, you were sent in my place?
Yeah. You could hardly make the trip to Ireland in your condition. What should I do with the gem?
Deliver it to the Grandmaster.
The Grand Master.
Tell him that I have found the tripod right here in
You
Paris.
mean the one in the museum?
You have it?
Not yet, but it's being taken care of. I hired a couple of stooges with a flair for petty crime.
Would that be Flap and Guido by any chance?
You know them as for Klausner. He has gone off to Syria on a wild goose chase.
They have geese in Syria?
He has a theory about the location of the...
That's enough excitement for one day, Monsieur Marquet. What are you doing here?
Talking to this patient, of course.
Monsieur Marquet is my patient. If Herr Hagenmeyer was to hear that...
Okay, I'm going. I'd learned all I could from Marquet anyhow.
And there you are, sir. I was just coming to look for you. I finished with your pressure gauge.
Thanks, Bunny.
What's that noise? It sounds as if someone's having a cardiac arrest.
It's all right. The doctor's in there with him.
Are you sure he was a doctor?
Oui, monsieur. He showed me his ID. It was Dr. Braille.
There's no Dr. Braille working here.
He's an imposter! The door's locked. Help me, officer.
Stand back, monsieur.
So this guy knew that there was no Dr. Braille, but he didn't know that I wasn't a real doctor. That's,
Hello, George.
I don't even know what to say. Like, they instantly like knew he was an imposter, and he even had fake ID. I just put on a fucking coat, and everyone's like, "Hey, you must be the new guy," even though you were clearly in here a few minutes ago, trying to visit him. You know, whatever. Okay, whatever game.
I found Jacques Marquet.
Did he talk?
Yeah, he talked. For the very last time.
He's dead.
Yeah, killed in cold blood by a bogus doctor.
That's despicable. What kind of guy would pass himself off as a doctor and take advantage of a dying man? Was it Khan?
No, I don't know who he was, but it certainly wasn't Khan. He got away, out the window.
That's a weird picture.
Have you ever heard of the Hashiashin?
No.
Marquet said that they were his biggest enemy.
His biggest enemy was the bogus doctor.
Don't remind me. That guy was evil. He had wild, staring eyes like a dead fish. I'll never trust a doctor again.
No, I think that that officer outside the door had the dead fish eyes.
Do you think the assassin was responsible for killing Marquet?
I don't think so. He could have finished him off the first time. Besides, Marquet would have recognized him.
He was pumped to the gills with sedatives. He wouldn't have recognized the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse unless they'd introduced themselves.
Well, I guess we have to find this Grand Master now.
No. I guess I'd better go back and talk to that weirdo.
Which one, Rosso or Sergeant Mu? Oh, but you're referring to Andre.
I'll let you work it out.
Am I going back to the police office? Let's find out.
Sergeant Mu?
Yes.
I'd like to report an assault.
Yes, monsieur.
Oh,
Where
I
is the victim?
I'm
I already
victim.
reported
I-
this.
They stopped.
Could you-
One, they're...
Bon.
So,
See you later, Sergeant.
time to go look somewhere else. Maybe at the cafe. Nope, this is all boarded up. Back to the map. Maybe those gangsters are here. No, who's this?
I beg your pardon. Are you Andre
Oh,
Lobin?
a hippie.
That's me. You want my autograph?
No, I was told you may be able to help me.
Help?
My name is George Stobart. I'd like your professional opinion.
Well, okay. Shoot.
Let's ask about crazy people with knives.
Have you ever heard of the Hashashin?
Why, yes. It was a radical Muslim sect whose name became synonymous with murder. It was formed in 11th century Persia, shortly before the Crusades.
At roughly the same time as the Templars.
Yes, they gave a new word to our language. Assassini, the assassins.
I think you ought to know that the tripod is going to be stolen.
The Lochman tripod? No.
It's true. I can give you a description of the thieves.
Before the supposed event has taken place?
I heard them planning the raid.
They're wasting their time. The tripod is protected by a state-of-the-art alarm system.
Well, don't say I didn't warn you.
I bet you that I could probably steal that past your state-of-the-art security system. You don't believe me? We'll put it to the test.
Why don't you loan the tripod to me for safekeeping?
Because I'd never see it again.
Well, don't you trust me?
It's not a question of trust, George. That tripod is hundreds of years old and extremely fragile.
I get your point. How did the assassins get their name?
From the legend surrounding the secrets of their initiation rites. A young man who sought to join the sect was given hashish until he drifted into dreams. He awoke to find himself in a fabulous garden with everything he could wish for. The freshest water, the most delicious food,
40
the
virgins?
choicest hash, and the most delectable women imaginable.
Cool. Do you have the address?
I haven't finished the story. There was a price to pay for this taste of paradise.
Wouldn't you just know it?
The young man would wake the next day to find himself back in the real world. He was told that he'd been given a glimpse of the heaven reserved for holy martyrs. A heaven he would enjoy for eternity if he was willing to join the Hashashin.
How did the assassins operate?
Well, as I explained, the new recruits would be only too willing to die for the cause. They'd be instructed in the use of the dagger, poisons, and disguise. Then, the Grand Master of the sect would name an enemy of Allah.
And they'd stop at nothing to eliminate that enemy.
You got it. They were fearless and deadly.
Does the cult of the assassins still exist?
Take a look around at the world today. You tell me.
Probably. But we'll have to find out what other stuff you have to say about the Templars and whatever this thing is next time.